what do you think, how is your business a blessing to other people? And in like, that's in the business, outside, like, you know.
Well, I like to think that the business is a blessing first, in the same way I feel like it's a blessing for us, which is just working with family.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like this, like me, you, Ray, Kevin, family live in the same house together. My brother, John, Tony, my cousin, Kyle, my cousin, Tanner, my prodigal son, so this, and you can just keep going on and on. My brother Matt has worked here through college. My Uncle Tony, holy shit, I almost forgot Uncle T. All family that's come through this place at one point or another. My dad has driven trucks for us. He looks so proud when he sits in the truck that has our last name on it. So, same reason, I think all of those people would be as excited and feel blessed as I do with that. Also, people have made careers here, so they are living their best life working at this company, and our companies. So that's good. And now, looking at what I believe this is probably the most important thing, what we're doing for the environment. One of the things that I hope people can realize by listening to this podcast and working with us, or just listening to the podcast, is, I'm a firm believer, we do not need government to make us do something that's good for the environment. We all live on this earth, and whether we believe in climate change or not, we can't argue that less carbon is better. Okay. And not only less carbon, less oil, less fuel, less any of that, right? Less thatch, less fertilizer, less weed spraying. It's all better. So now what are things we're carrying? Okay. Franklin Robotics makes the weeder that no spray. Okay. We're not spraying for that. Husqvarna automowers, they mow every day, less thatch, less noise, battery whippers, battery blowers, less carbon footprint. Last year, just in 1 year alone, with our robotic fleet of lawnmowers, 27,000 pounds of carbon reduction. Okay. And that wasn't even running the zero grid stuff or the off grid stuff that we're doing now. That was actually plugging them into the wall and still taking into account that Illinois is a 50% coal, 50% nuclear state. Now we have setups at a pharmaceutical company right now that we're testing that are off grid, all solar. So, we're doing some big things here.
Yeah.
So
then how do you maintain your relationship with family while also focusing on your success? And does it make a difference being successful versus the harder times?
So first of all, if you are in my family, I always want to win. Okay? You're
a very competitive guy.
I'm one of the most competitive people you'll ever meet. So they already know, right? So if we're losing and I'm pissed off, they already know. I mean, they know I'm going to be pissed off anyways. Secondly, though, we've been fortunate enough to be successful. So it's easy to get along during the success. On the other hand, in the times that we've been less successful than we want to be, because that has happened. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you're seeing a bunch of smiling here. I've dealt with a lot of bad times where customers didn't pay us. I had, a customer we used to work for, Baker Square, went bankrupt, and we decided, screw this. We're not going to deal with that customer. They're going bankrupt. We're done with service. I'll tell any small business that does service for somebody, if you ever find out, if you get a letter from them saying, we're filing for a restructure bankruptcy, would you still be our vendor? Absolutely be their vendor still. We made a decision, this is a lesson learned experience, that we were not going to be the vendor anymore for a company going bankrupt. We did not get paid, because once we weren't a vendor anymore, the courts didn't see us as a vendor to get paid. We went all the way at the bottom of the list. So there's been times where you don't get paid by a big national vendor that you're doing work for, and now all of a sudden that just starts a domino effect to pay vendors. Never ever not been able to pay an employee. Like, that is something that anybody that works here would say, never ever, 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 ever.
Ever.
Not have we not paid an employee. I think it's the easiest way to get mugged or shot. So they always get paid. But unfortunately, then you got to go 90 days with some vendors, and there's a little mud on your face from that. So, but we get through it, because that's what family does too, though, right? Like at the end of the day, if somebody beat up one of my brothers, you bet your ass I'm coming for you. So that's the same thing in business by working with your family.
Yeah.
So I think it makes us stronger, actually.
Does working with family motivate you more?
So I'm always going to be motivated. Working with family is not going to motivate me any more or less. I suppose when now that I'm looking at you as somebody that can, take one of these businesses and run with it, I suppose maybe yes for that, because I think what we're doing here as a father-daughter business is huge. I don't think there's enough women in business in the first place. So I think that motivates me.
Yeah. Are there any other exciting projects that you think will be coming up?
Well, I'll put a little, like, what do I want to call it? A little dealer out here, but basically, the hope with automating outdoor, or with our quest to automate the outdoor world, and the podcast Automating Success, I'm hoping that I won't only be interviewing landscapers or other people in the industry. It doesn't have to be landscapers. Municipalities that do field maintenance, golf courses, people maintaining Soldier Field. Sky's the limit, right? But then also interview the manufacturers. I hope to have an engineer from Husqvarna one day on, or a president of like a Franklin Robotics, like companies like that, right? But then hopefully I can inspire other manufacturers of outdoor equipment, robotic field striping equipment, other robotic lawnmowers, just other outdoor solutions to come through us.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's other dealer opportunities that come up that we don't even know about yet. And I'm excited, and I am certain that those opportunities will come.
Yeah. So this one's a little bit more of a thinker. Any words of wisdom that you have had, like, that have helped change your life or your business for the better and helped improve anything?
So I'll tell you, in I think it was about 2015, and show how much we grew too, by the way, from then till now. In 2015, we were probably doing $1.5 million, $2 million, and we were really starting to turn the flame up, but we were not making more money. As a matter of fact, our profits were slipping, and that was about the only tough time we ever had. John and I, we were doing a lot of arguing, trying to figure out why we were losing money. Was it in material? Was it in labor? Were we underbidding? What the hell was happening? But what we ended up doing, which honestly my brother was not happy about at first, but I talked to a management company that would help us put some systems in place to really monitor the money in and the money out. And, at the end of the day, the systems we had to get us to 2 million were not the systems we needed to get us to 20 million. And the systems we had to get us to 20 million won't be the systems we need to get us to 100 million. So, we had to make a hard decision to do that. We made an investment in ourselves, a couple $100,000 investment, as a matter of fact, but one of the best investments I ever made. It was a tough time. It was a tough year. The people here hated it. We put in, job sheets and job packets, and added 15 different layers of tracking that people could not stand. But now that we have it, it's the only way I'd be doing this podcast.
Yeah.
It was a big lesson learned. So.
Yeah. All right, switch gears here to a less thoughtful one. Are there any books or movies, I guess for you, maybe TV shows that changed your life?
Well, okay, so it's funny you bring up TV shows now. Okay, so books, absolutely not. So listen, Quentin, I'm sure, Quentin, you're going to listen to this podcast. When I met you and we talked about true mentors, you gave me a book to read because Quentin likes to give everybody a book. Quentin, I got to tell you, I never read the book. It's still sitting on my nightstand, as a matter of fact. I'm not a reader. I think it's funny to me because most people see my success and they ask what books I've read, and I don't read any. I hated reading in high school, couldn't stand it. I was fortunate to have a sister that did all my freaking homework in high school and some girls that did it too. I literally would install a car stereo for somebody if they did my homework. I have been delegating work like that out my entire life. So no books. Now, movies, not so much. TV shows, love Billions. It's one of my favorite shows. I love Billions. I really like the show Succession right now. They're really not inspirational, but you asked what shows I like. Those are the types of shows that Joe Langton watches. Ozark right now, I'm loving it. I'm totally binging that show. Like I said, so you know what it is for me? If I watch a show, any show that I can try to figure out
you're a problem solver.
What they're going to do, I like to put myself in the place of one of the main characters. So that's what I like to do in the little bit of spare time I have.
Yeah. So in your spare time, you do any working out? You got any health tips? Some keto recipes.
Oh boy. So if anybody looks me up on Facebook or has watched me on Facebook, I've done the HGH gel, keto diets. I still do doTERRA, by the way. That's actually another thing I should have mentioned. doTERRA essential oils. Love them. Use them all the time. I'll never forget. I tried to sell one of my buddies from high school essential oils, and he went, "Let me get this straight. Joe Langton is selling essential oils?" Like, totally just threw off. But here's the thing. They work. I'm telling you, I believe in them. You can call them whatever you want, but they work. I take their
he gets a little angry, put some lavender on him.
I do. I do.
Angry, right?
I'm kind of grounded.
Calming.
No, that's calming. I'm not an angry
Well,
guy,
not angry, but I'm saying you get worked up. You put some lavender on, and you're just...
Yeah. So I put my diffuser on, a little peppermint if I don't feel good. But anyways, okay, but workout tips.
Yeah, what's your workout routine? What's Joe Langton's swole?
So when Joe Langton is swole, which I'm really not that swole right now, but when I am, first of all, keto diet, love it. I've gotten so good at keto that I have recipes that I put out. People think it looks like dog food when I put them out.
They taste better than
they taste way better than they look. Thank you for supporting me.
Yeah, I got you.
But keto, love it, works. I think that most people, half the allergies we think we have are actually sugar allergies, because I don't even know if you noticed in this video, I keep taking these deep breaths. Well, it's because my dumb ass is eating sugar again. When I don't eat sugar, I don't breathe hard. It's the craziest thing ever. And I should probably go on keto after this episode, but I won't right now.
Well, maybe it's some motivation.
I need some motivation. But anyways, so keto, love it. Workout tips, we'll go down and we'll curl a deck of cards.
We have never done that, but that is his workout tip. I refuse to do it.
So Mike Corcoran, Aaron Halley, and Brian Smith, just a few people that I still talk to that I played football with, they'll all understand what I was talking about. When we were in high school, we used to take a deck of cards. We throw 2 25-pound plates on a curling bar, and you shuffle the deck of cards and you flip a card, and whatever the card says, you got to curl. It literally destroys you. Okay, but it's fun. It's you're literally, you get halfway through the workout and you're just praying you don't get a jack, a king, or a queen, because like you can't do it. Like, you're just done with it, But yeah, so that's it. I mean, should I bring up the whole push-up, sit-up thing that I do that you might think is kind of dumb? So
I didn't answer it, but he was going for it anyway.
So the best workout thing. If you don't work out all the time,
you don't have
to get yourself started, you don't have a gym. You do 1 push-up, 1 sit-up, 2 push-ups, 2 sit-ups, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Right. Whatever you can get up to. You get the point, right? Thanks for moving me along. By the way, I will say, in the future, when Julia wants me to move along, whoever's advertising for us, she'll just say that word. So in that case, what would you have said?
Well, right now I'll say Husqvarna, and I'll say Husqvarna right now because you got off track. Let's get back to the workout.
Okay. So basically, what it is though, it's a good way to start. When you get to the max, let's say you can only get up to 5 push-ups and 5 sit-ups. Then you do 5, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just keep doing one of those every night. Let's say I got up to doing a couple hundred of those a night. I was pretty proud of myself. That's it. That's my
Pretty
workout
slow.
tip for you.
Yeah, I will not use that, but someone else might.
Because you don't think you could do it?
No, I definitely could
I
do
think
it.
you could do it.
Listen,
Come on,
I'm probably basically stronger than you right now.
I doubt that. I highly doubt that.
Listen, let me have it, okay? Fine. Just for that, I'm ending you on a more thoughtful question. End it with a bang. What's your legacy? What do you want it to be?
So, wow, that's a deep one. So the legacy is I want to be known and remembered as the person that brought the landscape industry together. I want to be the person that gets us to stop cutting each other's knees off, gets us to realize that our time is worth something. We don't need practice to do the work we do every day. I hope to be the person that helps people realize that relationships like this are what it's about. Father-daughter, business succession. I saw a post on LinkedIn a while back that, there was some father-son business planning and business succession. And one of the things I commented and asked is, well, can we do father-daughter? And the person on there was very nice and said, absolutely. But, these are the things that I'm passionate about, is to kind of break the ideas of, businesses have to be a man's world. I see the way you run this with me, and there's a lot of things you do that are better than what I do. So I'm very passionate and excited about that, and making, leaving you some groundworks to be as successful and actually more successful than me. So I suppose my legacy is for you to be more successful than me.
Aw, you're getting soft here.